Robbie Vasquez, Cap Combat Sports, here with none other than Easy E, Educated Hands, Reggie Barnett Jr. Yo, Reg, what's good, man?
What's easy?
I seen your fight.
Again,
Spectacular. Run me through it, man.
um, I mean, we wanted to make it rough, tumble. We wanted to make it uncomfortable. That was the game plan. I was a little sloppy on my initial injuries when the fight started. I guess I kind of rushed some things because I just wanted to get to him and get my hands on him and make, let him know that I could just throw you around and beat you up at the same time.
Yeah.
And we fought a little bit in the second round, and then the third round, I guess he kind of gassed out. I felt he didn't really have anything left.
Mhm. What gave you what gave you that indication at the time?
He threw an uppercut and completely missed, and I countered, and he just backed completely straight up to the ropes, and I could tell that he didn't have anything else to really give at that point anymore. But at that moment in time, in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, maybe he's gonna bite down. And then he landed a good, like one or two good punches in the fourth round. I still felt like I overwhelmed him to the point where he didn't want to keep going. But I was completely shocked. His caliber of fighter, 2 minutes. I thought he was gonna, and I went back and I watched the fight and I heard the commentary, and I did kind of agree with Chris and Sean. He was starting finally to get the hang of it, to dial in. And he hadn't made up his mind whether he was going to try to still just try to outbox me or fight me on my terms using the bare knuckles. And it was a little too late. I feel like he shouldn't have gave up on himself as far as just the fight in general, But hey, a W is a W. Chop Chop, you owe me 2 minutes, bro. Straight up. I feel like that was stands. At the end of the day, I told you, at the end of the day, I'm a performer. I like to go out there and
Sure.
perform and have fun and put on a great fight. Like I said, I made a few mistakes and sloppy in a few areas, but either way, I felt like it was entertaining. And I wanted those 2 minutes. Like, it's still right now, part of me is like itching for those last 2 minutes of the fight. But
Exactly.
I'll take the W.
Exactly. It's a W. Now look, I noticed you look stronger in the fight. You look bigger than usual.
That was the point. That was another thing we talked about, and they said, in the pre-fight, I guess, we wanted to get stronger. We wanted to get. I'm always the little guy at this weight class, and everybody thinks they're going to come in and just manhandle me and beat me up and bully me around, and that is not going to be the case anymore. And then it's also, the educated hands, monarchy of it is also tactics. People don't understand that this is hand-to-hand combat, and there's a tactical side of this, especially if I know who I'm fighting and when I could see if you go into a fight and you just show up and you just have to look right then and there, you know what I'm saying? We fight and but if you can understand the complexity of hand-to-hand combat, because that's how I approach it,
of course,
and use your tactics, of course, you see that, period. Yeah. I manhandled him and I bullied him according to the bare knuckle rules. Did I do everything right? No. I'm still trying to master this art form, even though we're 7 fights in, because I'm still creating within this art form. But as far as the first goal, bullying him around, beating him up, letting him know that there's a clinch part of this that I can beat you up in, that was what I was supposed to do. And then what did I do? I stepped back and I started outboxing a world-class, boxer. Like, I was beating him at a boxing match from the outside. And I was a little shocked myself when he fell backwards into the ropes. I think it was like the third round when we had that exchange. I was like, holy crap. Like,
exactly.
I thought he was going to stand his ground and we was going to bang it out. And a part of me feels like I should have just backed up and called him into the middle, and just...
in hindsight.
Yeah. And I feel like the fight could have been a little bit more exciting. Of course, I took some damage this fight, which is, for me, the battle scars, they'll fade, but the glory lives forever. I slayed a legend,
you did.
Essentially, with all due respect to Chop Chop Corley, but
one of the most highly decorated, if not, I mean, as far as the fisticuffs go, as a competitor, For him,
and I ain't no coward. In all honesty, I
no.
wouldn't be opposed to running it back with him. I'll
Yeah,
give him a
no.
6-round boxing
I don't
match.
think anybody would think that. That's crazy.
I wouldn't be opposed to running back with him on fair ground and giving him a 6-round boxing match. I feel like you stole my 2 minutes from me anyway. So if the offer ever comes down the line, I'm definitely with it. I think that would be fun. I think that would be another challenge for myself. Remember, I got in this sport to challenge myself, not just to be here. Right. I'm striving for greatness, and the only way that you strive for greatness is to take risks. I assumed all the risk in this fight, and I think that's another part of it too. I wanted it more than he does. I want it more than everybody else does. This is my passion. I live and breathe this, and it translates into every other aspect of my life, and so. And I think another part of that he realized when he was in there, like, you know what, this kid really, really, like, he is really gonna keep coming at me because he said it. You're not gonna take my spot. And I said it in one of our other interviews. What do they got to do? Get somebody who makes me, a little scared. Get somebody who makes me quiver a little bit. Who they think is better than me that can come in and beat me. And they did. And guess what? Chop chop. I proved my point.
Yeah.
I am, and so now I'm not even really worried about this whole title thing or whatever. I am the best in this sport right now in the world, and I dare anybody to debate that with me. Right? And I'm not looking at it from the grounds of wins and losses. I'm not looking at it from the grounds of previous achievements. I'm looking at it on the grounds of this sport of bare knuckle fighting championships in itself, and my growth and my development and what I have brought to this sport. Hands down, I'm the best fighter here, and I know it. I feel it. I know it in my heart, and I know what my goal is, what the legacy I'm building is, and at some point in time, that belt will come floating across my table, and that's cool. But I'm not really. That's not the end all be all. It's the legacy I'm building within it, man.
And the beauty of it is that you will still be able to get the chance to prove it each time, and not that it's like you're getting better and smarter, and you're like the seasoned vet now. You understand where I'm coming from? Like before, you were just you starting great, good, nice, easy, educated, but I'm proud of you, man. I like the way.
Thank you, Robert. I really appreciate it. We trained our asses off for this fight, but we also devised a game plan and a strategy. And I went in there and I completely thoroughly executed. I kind of over executed. Like you said, I was a little anxious. I was a little overzealous in some of my clinches and whatnot. And then a few times, I got my advantageous positions that I had visualized getting and obliterating him with. And I think it was like 2 or 3 times I got there, and both times the referee stopped the action. And it was just like, damn, because beware, any fighter out there, period. I don't care if you go back and study it or not. I promise you, they're going to start studying and they're going to start looking at it. But if I get you in that position, I am going to completely obliterate you. And Chop Chop knew that.
Yeah.
And so luckily Wayne stopped the action before it happened.
Yeah, another thing I want to bring out. Well, first of all, I want to commend you on the walkout, man. That outfit, that costume. I was like, no, he did not.
So yeah, that's not me. I mean,
who did that?
It was shout out to my mom and Kim Barnett. That was her idea. And we're educated hands over here. That's one, and we're taking it to whole different levels. So
yeah, that's a shout out. I like
man.
that.
I definitely appreciate it. We're gonna have a new one for every. I guess exactly. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I enjoyed it. I had fun. I hope the fans enjoyed it. Trying to put on a little bit of show, have a little bit of fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was like, in my mind, I was like, he did not come out with that. But it was good because it was like
it's time to graduate, yo.
Yeah, it was just one of them teachers that
they keep saying that. Rob, I came into this sport absolutely nobody, man. I was just man, what did Mike say? What did Mike say?
I remember when you came into the sport.
Not even that though. Hold on, I'm trying to. My brother Mike Royce, because he's the one who took me to the tryout, and in Philadelphia, when the very first one that I went to, and what did he? Mike was like, we got in the car, we got some gas, and we got ready to leave to drive up to Philly for the tryout. And he was like, "What are we
see that, man? Let me see that. What you wearing, man? Put that up close, man. Oh yeah.
I got a bunch of them, man.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah. They ain't just handing them things out. You gotta earn those hard, really hard.
All blood, all earned in blood, yeah. So,
yeah.
Every last one of them. But what did he say? Do you want to be a mediocre boxer or a legend bare knuckle fighter? And I was like, I want to be a legend. He's like, all right, well, come on, let's go. And we went to Philly. And the rest is history. I'm going to be a legend in this sport. And it's not just about being a legend in the sport, the message behind it, and trying to continue to inspire people and let them know the circumstances that I overcame and I rose above to get to this spot.
Exactly.
It's the most important part about it. So, and fighting is just fun. Like I said in my interview, I was enjoying it. I don't know. You have to be some kind of special to enjoy getting punched in the face. So he hit me in the eye so hard. It's crazy. It hurt, but it didn't shake me. I've been hit with punches that have shook me before. I have never been hit with a punch that hurt so bad in my life, but it didn't shake me. And I was like, oh, well, damn. Well, forget it. Come on, let's go then.
Yeah, but it was definitely it was different.
If that was the worst of it, let's go.
Yeah, for sure, man. Kudos, man, to both of y'all, man. You know, and let me tell you, man, the way you performed.
He still had incredible timing and power for somebody of his longevity in the sport.
Oh yeah.
He made me miss quite a few punches, and I feel like if he would have came back a few times when I missed, I'd have been in a lot of trouble.
Right.
And like I said, when he hit me, that shit hurt. Like you felt it. Every time. I don't know how many. It's only like anywhere from 15 to 20 punches, something like that. He hit me with, but every time he hit me, I felt it.
Yeah. Well, you have to. Well, I know you understand. Like his career in boxing, he hurt some guys who were never really hurt that much. You understand what I'm saying? And
there's a difference between being hurt and being shaken. Like I hit him with a couple punches, and you could visibly see that he was shook. I hit him with a straight left, and his legs completely folded, and he bent over, and I grabbed his head, and I was getting ready to hit him with an uppercut from hell. I probably shouldn't have cocked it back, but then Wayne stopped the action and told me to stop pulling his head down, and I was kind of like, well, that's legal. You know, like, I can do that.
Yeah.
So he saved him right there, because he was hurt.
I think that it was just the physicality of it, the skill level, and you were doing your thing. He was doing his thing, but the game plan that you implemented, it was just taking effect. It was starting to cumulative effect. It was starting to dig in and do what it was set out to do. And what specifically did he say to you? Because some people were wondering what was said between, when he won, at the end, when he didn't come out.
He just said, I'm done. I know my body. And I was like, what? And he was like, I'm done. You proved your point. And I was like, come on, man. One more round, 2 minutes, shot. He turned around and walked away.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, there was nothing else I could really do at that point. I kind of felt like Muhammad Ali when Sonny Liston didn't answer the bell. It was just like, it was complete shock. I'm thinking, because
I saw your face. You were like,
when I sat down in between the fourth and the fifth, I'll be honest, I was a little winded, and I was surprised. I was like, damn, we like been doing hella sprints. Like I must have really been pushing the pace. Like that's what I said. I was like, it's like how fast have I been? You know, how hard have I been trying to get at this food?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, it's
I must have
different when
been
you're in
really,
there.
you know, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. But
It's
you know,
different.
my
It's like,
cardio is top notch, so that wasn't even really the issue. But
mm-hmm.
and it's not even really the cardio; it's how fast you can recover in between the rounds that really makes a difference. In practice, we do, you know, like 10-minute rounds full blast, and then we only get like 1 minute to recover, and then we do all another 10-minute round, you know, just full out. So the cardio part wasn't the aspect of it. In my mind, I sat down on the stool and I was like, damn, this is a little closer than I thought it was going to be, because in my head, I felt like I lost the first and the second round. I
Okay. In
honestly,
your
I
head,
felt
like
like
you felt like you lost it.
in my
Okay.
head, I felt like I lost the first round, but I already knew to myself, tactical wise, that I was giving away the first round, because that's exactly what I plan to do. Get as close to him as fast as possible and just throw him around. That's it. Even whether I um got the, you know, the punches in or not, it was just get there, rough him up a little bit, let him separate us, get back to him, rough him
Mm.
up. You know, that was the plan for
Mm.
the
Bare
and
knuckle
then,
tactics. Bare knuckle rules.
yep. And then when I
Mm.
freaking
Different.
ended up, you know, having that little tussle with him in the second and we hit the mat, I was like, damn, that was like so sloppy. And then he hit me with a couple good punches. So I was like, all
Yeah.
right, he won the second round. And then I came out the third, and like I said, he threw a hook and something else, and it was just like slow motion. I saw it and I just slapped it out of the way, and I was like, oh, he's tired. And then I stepped up and I hit him with those body shots and that uppercut and a few things in there. You know, it was a little bit of a blur, but he tried to quit in between the third and the fourth round. I heard him. He walked over to his corner and he said, "I'm done." And I was like, "What? Is he quitting?" And my dad was like, "Pay attention." So I'm listening. And
Yeah.
Wayne Spinola was like,
Yeah.
"Are you hurt?" He asked him, "Was he hurt?" And he said, "No." He's like, "Okay." He said, "But I'm done." And then Wayne, the 10-second click went off, and he said, "Are you hurt?" And he was like, "No." He said, "Well, go ahead and get up and toe the line." And so he got up and came out for the fourth. And I was like, "All right." And so that's why I stood there and I was like, "Well, come on, let's go." I thought he was going to like try
Exactly.
to bang it out with me for one last ditch effort. And we had one exchange, and then he just started backing up again. And I was like, "Well, forget it. I'm trying to get you out of here."
Yeah.
Um,
How did you feel? Well, how were your nerves before the fight? Right, like right before that. How did you feel? You know, in the back and when you were getting ready, warming up and everything. And how did you feel? What were you thinking?
um, I felt confident. Period. Like I'm not just sound like cocky. One, my homegirl Christine came back there and she gave me a little bit of pep talk. She
Christine
roughed
who?
me up for her. She
Oh,
roughed
Christine
she
for
roughed
real.
me up. She roughed me up a little bit in the back right
Yeah.
before we went out.
Yeah.
Like for real. Like she hit me in the body a few times, and I was like, "Yo, girl, stop hitting me before I knock you out back here. I'm about to go get this fight." Um,
Christine for
but you
real,
know,
something
but
else.
she said it. She said all gas, all pressure. Put my hands on him, shove him around, hit him, shove him around, hit him. You know, let's.
Yeah, it
She
makes it
said
a different
she
fight.
said as soon as the bell rings, and I was like, all right. And so that's why when the bell rang, I forgot to throw the punches. I just dove at him.
Yeah. Um. Um. When
One second.
yeah. How did?
Sorry to text me, brother.
That's fine. How did you feel when you finally were in the ring with him and you looked across at him? Like what was in your mind at that particular point?
Not taking my spot. You
For
shall
sure.
not pass.
Yeah, for sure. And after the fight, your thoughts
I
besides the
was
shock,
sad. I
huh?
was sad.
You were
I'm
sad.
still sad.
Oh, because you wanted to get to you wanted the last round with him. I got you.
I mean, it was
That's the
like
competitor in you, though. That's the competitor in you.
I'm still
Yeah,
sad. Like and
yeah.
and even I don't know. Forget that.
You got the W, my
somebody
man.
else. You switch me and Chop Chop's mind, body, whatever. I'm getting up for that last round, and you gotta make me stop. I'm not just quitting, bro. You gotta make me stop.
Yeah.
I got a puncher's chance still. You know, even if I ain't got nothing left to come forward, I'm gonna try to stand my ground as much as possible. And even if you back me up, I'm still swinging. You know, I'm not. I'm just. That's just me. I don't know. I'm going out on my shield.
Yeah.
And I still love and respect Chop Chop. You owe me 2 minutes, bro.
Of course.
Any way you want to get it.
Yeah. We got to go to Chop Chop's kitchen.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it too, man. He throws down some nice meals there, man. You know, sometimes when I was doing the intermittent fasting, I told him, man, you need to stop posting. I'm about to go do some blip, but man, I was
He said he was gonna
proud.
cook me and all this other stuff.
He
And
will.
see, I'm not really about the shit talking. I let my hands speak for themselves.
Yeah.
You know, and so we fast forward to the end of the fight, and so my young fans out there, I apologize for my vulgarity, but I'm gonna be who I am in the heat of the moment, and when I'm actually easy, and you know, in fight mode. So,
Yeah. Well,
but at the same time, I feel like I have solidified it. Like there is no other question, no other qualm, no other. You can't. I'm the best fighter in this business right now. So
you have to, and you always have to have that mindset at all times. Like when you're doing something like that, you can't have any other mindset because if you do, it's not the place to be. You know what I mean? But you show it. You go in there, and you know, the educated hands, man. But you got that educated brain too. You got that mindset, and man. So how has life been after the fight?
I mean, it's only been a couple days, but we good. I just been hanging out with the family. And, I went right back to work. I always do. I don't mind going back to work. So I think I took a day off. Right back to the grind.
Yeah.
I have some plans in the works. I'm gonna stay and support my company. We get real busy this time of year, and my boss is always taking really good care of me. So I'm gonna stay and finish out the busy season, and then I have some other business entities that I plan on focusing my full time energy into. So that'll be good. And hold on one second.
And we'll definitely be touching up on that too. I also saw your interview with the juggernaut Lorenzo Hunt.
Yeah.
That dude,
Lorenzo.
man. I like him. I like
which
him.
one? We did two interviews, and one of them was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
We talk about the post fight interview.
Yeah, the post fight.
Right.
Yeah, the post fight interview. The other interview I saw also. You know, I think that your humility, you get into a thing, but then you get into this humble mode, and
I ain't better. Look, man. I'm just chasing this dream, Robert. I like straight
but
up.
stay that way because that's what keeps you.
I'm just chasing this dream and trying to show. My kids leave for nationals tomorrow morning. They fly out to go to the nationals. And I got up. I'm not bragging. I'm not boasting. I'm not whatever. I got up this morning and I made sure that I went to their 5:30 a.m. practice and was right there training with them.
That's
and it was like, Coach, you gonna take a day off? And I said, no. I said, if I'm striving to be a champion. I said, y'all striving to be champions. We in this together. I said, I'm all right. I ain't hurt. Not hurt enough to work. I said, remember, I made it look easy. I said, the scars are superficial. So I'm right here to help support y'all until y'all leave. It's just trying to help other people get to their goals, whether it's fighting or anything in life. You have to take some steps and make some sacrifices and get out your comfort zone, not just for yourself, but for the people around you, because at the end of the day, that's how those goals are met together. This is when that bell rings, when they say knuckle up, it's me in there by myself. But at the end when you look at it, it's a group of people, that have supported me and been my guiding route to get to that point where I can go in there and have just the best performance possible. Like I said, was everything perfect? Could I scripted it, the way I scripted it in my mind? Absolutely not. Did I get the job done? Did I implement the goals and the tactics that I wanted to? Yes. And it's those things were brought together by, a conglomerate of people, all working to help prepare me to go in there and do that. Let's see, Grindstone Athletics, my buddy Jason Tom. You saw my Muay Thai in there. Rob Doggett, the JKD process, my Wing Chun. If you weren't paying attention, I used it. You just probably missed it. I used it quite a few times. And then just my boxing and my training and my hands coach, my dad and my brother Brandon. It all works together. And then my mom just being in the background to help make sure that all my sponsors and all my fans and all. I mean, it just, man, and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, you're blessed to have that. You're blessed to have your family in there like that.
If I have these blessings, then I want to make sure that I use these things to help other people too.
That is.
I remember when I had all of these things and I didn't understand, the blessings that I have and didn't know how to be grateful for it. So just being able to have that ring entrance, man, if you could have been there when I came from behind that, and I came behind the curtain late.
I will be. I will be on the next one. I will be.
And if you could have just heard how loud everybody went and just the atmosphere, and I told them, and I told Chop Chop too when we were at the weigh-in, I was like, "Did you hear that? This is my house. Just remember, you asked for this." That's what I said.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, my man, you got the W. The accolades, you earn that. And you can't have. I mean, it worked out, man, really well for you. I know you wanted to do the whole fight and whatnot, but the W's the W, and it came with the implementation of your game plan. That's
I have the most all-time wins. I have the most fights all time in the BKFC, and I have the best record. So I'm the king of bare knuckle right now, and I.
So what's up with that title shot, man? Who you fighting next? It better be for the title, because you deserve it.
The ink was drawn. That's what was agreed to. We'll see when Dak decides what he wants to do, because really it's not. There's two parts of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll just go ahead and put it out there like that. Do I want to be the first bare knuckle 135-pound champion, like actual champion? Yes. Could I take a quick route and kill two birds with one stone by beating Dak Gwynn and taking the belts from him and then just defending them against somebody else? Yes, absolutely. Is it a absolute principality that happens? No. Is it a principality that fight me at some point in his career or retire knowing that he was a coward? Yes, that is a principality. So that's it, right? Then it is so, and like I said, in the meantime, I'm gonna keep trying to be the best version of Reggie and inspire other people to be the best versions of themselves, and beat up anybody that they put in front of me.
And that you're doing, man. That you're doing.
That's it, right there. That's it. I'm not chasing him. I ain't chasing them titles. I'm chasing this dream. I'm chasing this legacy that is allowing me to do so many more things than just walk around with a couple of belts that I know I didn't earn.
Yeah. Because so you're saying that just keep moving forward, keep fighting, just stay Reggie and keep educating people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's good because you're not chasing nobody. You don't have to.
I don't have to. I pay my dues. My merits speak for themselves.
Yeah, it's not like
they
like
keep
you're
making this excuse and that excuse, whatever. And I'm not going to feed into that because I know who I am, what I am as a person, what I've been through, how hard I had to work, And everybody's like, "Oh, you're 6-2 in boxing." No, it doesn't matter. I fought 2 nobodies and then nothing but undefeated fighters. You're a fan of somebody who fought somebody who was 3-1 when he had 16 wins already. How you get behind that? How do you support that? How do you support somebody with a padded record? Whatever. Support somebody who is a real fighter, who is really, about this fighting life. Whether I've had wins or losses,
and
I
that's
fought,
pretty, and that's
to challenge myself.
and that usually will show up in there. I know, that being in there, if they have a padded record and they come across somebody like you, then
oh yeah,
oh well, better use them pads because it might be time to go to sleep. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much it. It's like I'm not a supporter of that myself because it's not real. You're only as good as you got to be the best. Beat the best. If people with padded records, I've never been a fan of that. It's not a testament to deep inside who you really want to.
That's how the game is played.
Yeah.
And that's how they want to play it. I mean, as far as like bare knuckle wise, because a lot of us are still until this point really new in the game.
Yeah.
But other sports, I just fought any and everybody, whoever they told me out could fight. That's just me. I'm a fighter, so.
Yeah, it didn't matter
But
who it
at the
was.
end
Just
of the
put them in
day,
front of you.
like I said, I'm just gonna keep doing me. I'm gonna keep moving forward. And we know what the ink says, what the next move is. Really, the ball is in that bitch's court. Are you gonna stand on it like a man and fight me in July? Because that's what I'm calling it. Fight me in July in Texas.
Yeah, I would look forward to that. I definitely want to see
fight
that.
me in July in Texas. Straight
Yeah,
up.
that'd be really, really good.
How many months off of a fight is that for me? Let me see. What March, April, May, June, July. I get 4 months to recover. I'll probably take 2 months off and go right back into camp. When did him and Johnny fight? In January?
Yeah.
Or February? I don't even know.
I believe it was February.
Yeah, it was February. Super Bowl
weekend.
February. Yeah. February, March, April, May, June, July. That gives you an extra month off. Fight me in July. Main event this big event in Texas. Sell out this.
Would you fight him if? Would you fight him in there if he didn't have the title?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's not about the title.
No.
Okay. It's about you. You want to hand out an education. You want to hand out what are you doing? Scholarships now? Oh my God! I look forward to that, man. I really want to see it because I know it's going to be a good, exciting.
When I'm done with that, Gwen, he's going to get a doctorate because he's going to need a doctor to make sure that he's.
Yeah.
There's levels to this, I did what I needed to do to show Chop Chop that there's levels to this.
Yeah.
He mercied himself straight up because he knew what was coming. He could see it, and you can see it in my mindset too. And if you can see it in my mindset, like I said, my mindset when I stood off the stool for that 5th round was
yeah,
die.
ready to go.
Yeah, either one of us is fit to die. That was my mindset when I stood up off of that stool going into the 5th round. I was like, yo, I'm either finna kill you or you finna kill me. Or I'm gonna kill myself trying because I'm
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then so when they said he quit, I was just like, all that just mindset of I'm finna, it just went out the window. Well, it's not based upon emotion. It's not based upon no, it's desire and passion for the sport and what I do. And so it could be with the belt, no belt, whatever. When I get in there to fight that, I'm gonna beat his ass, and I'm not gonna try to knock him out. I'm gonna try to hurt him repetitively, 4 or 5 rounds. I only get 10 minutes, right? So I'm going to beat his ass as bad as I can, and if he starts to fall, I'm gonna pick him back up and make sure that he doesn't go out until he quits.
I hear you. Yeah.
That's what that Gwen's got coming. As far as the belts, though, man, it'll come. You can't. I told them a long time ago, and I said it before. You cannot deny my greatness. And I love Dave Feldman. I love the entire thing of Bare Knuckle. But I tell them over and over again.
Yeah.
Remember, y'all created this monster.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted a, what do they call you? Lead a monster bare knuckle? No.
Mm. Wow. You know.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm the bare knuckle savage. Savage. That's what it is, pretty
Mm,
much. Whatever you created, this savage, and anybody you put in front of me, I'm going to absolutely obliterate. And
mm,
that that is my way of showing the world that I will continue to overcome adversity, because it's not always about the fight. It's just dealing with life, accepting life when life turns, and keep pushing forward through it all. And
okay.
that's what I've continued to do, and that's what I will do.
Wow. My man, I look forward to your next one.
I got
And
to give a shout out to my sponsors, because I didn't mean to cut you
oh
off.
yeah, no, no, no.
All right. I got to give a shout out to my sponsors, for Shore Construction, Nate Price. Thank you so much for the love and support, and making sure that my family was there with me to support me, and we had everything we need. So yes, definitely.
They had a
Miss
good
Nikki
time.
Booker, Fight Hits MMA, was in the house with us right down there in Biloxi. She's been a ride
Yeah.
or die since day one with my wife all the way to Wyoming. So thank you so much for being there for us. Ginger Ale's Lemonade, Carl, thank you for your continued support. Mr. Wendell Joyner over at Joyner Driving Improvement School, thank you for the awesome steak dinner. For after I weighed in, I really appreciate your continued support. I really, really love your belief in the stream, and just you staying aboard. I mean, he's been rocking with us since we started this journey, and
Mm.
it's just continuing to get better. Key Custom Creations, my cousin Kianka, our headbands, our face masks, all that. My walkout attire. She did all that stuff for me. She created it for me. So thank you so
Wow.
much. Gordon Customs, Junior, Gordon Legos, what we call them. My shirts, all my custom shirts and all that. He definitely looked out and made sure that we were taken care of.
Yeah.
Uh, Cryo Spa in Virginia Beach. I still haven't even gotten down there, but I don't feel too banged up from the fight, so I'll pop in there when I get a chance. I've just been enjoying, definitely spending time with my family. J&K Style Grill this Friday. If you post this before Saturday, this Saturday at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. at J&K, Virginia Beach out College Park. We're having a little celebration. Celebrate my victory, 6-1, all-time best record right now. So definitely shout out to J&K for hosting for us. I don't think my brothers over at Match Spout, as always, thank you guys for your continued love and support. I really appreciate what you do. Grindstone Athletics, chasing y'all, of course. Rob, my partner over at JKD Process, and my Wing Chun, and we just added new tools and new weapons to it. Just getting better and better. Everybody, my fans, my followers, Rob, you constantly sending me messages, good luck and all that, bro. I appreciate just the positive vibes and the good energy you sent
Yeah.
to me before and after the fight, man.
Yeah. You
I
welcome,
really,
man.
really, I really, really do. I love you,
Yeah.
child. My child's back there.
That's yeah, man. You're welcome, man. But thank you all the time, and for always number one, just being who you are, and you know can't ask much more for much more than that. And I was gonna mention something about the post celebratory meal, but you said steak. I didn't know if you were doing the Luther meal, or you
Oh
were.
no, I didn't. He sent me money for a steak dinner, but I am actually having a. It's called a colossal burger.
Mm,
It's like a quarter pound burger with a whole bunch of other stuff on it that you can make. I'm getting. It's at J&K. That's what I've been waiting. That's what I'm gonna have on
yeah,
Saturday.
yeah. I'm gonna have to do
And
the
then
road
head
work and,
back to
and, and
work.
the treadmill before when I go down there before I do that. Drop about
Yeah.
12
So
pounds so I can make
I
up for
did
it with the
have. I
meals.
had a Dion burger the other day. It's the one
Yeah.
on Friday. Yeah, it was absolutely delicious. So,
Damn.
but then I went to practice this morning and I did probably like 100 extra burpees so I could make sure. Well, I won't say a whole 100. I think I made like 70 something in the 2 minutes. So
Okay.
getting
That's
gassed out.
yeah.
Uh,
Yo, man.
uh, but
God, wow.
thank you so much for having me on, Rob. I
God
got my
bless you, man.
brother-in-law here. We're getting ready to just hang out, kick it. Haven't seen him in a while, so
That's what's up,
nice
man.
drops in on you every now
All
and then.
right.
I don't get upset. He called me and was like, "Hey, man, I'm in town." He lives in North Carolina, so
Okay.
uh, grew up together right down the street from each
So,
other, and
Okay. Well, God bless. God bless. And I'm gonna say it in Spanish. Que Dios le bendiga. Que Dios te bendiga to you and your family. I know you've heard that
Thank you
before.
so much.
You know
If
what I
you
mean?
guys aren't already following me, please go check out my Instagram _EAZ_E_. Check out my YouTube page, Educated Hands. Give my Facebook fan page a like, Reggie Easy Barnett Jr. And definitely check out my clothing line, myhousesportsgear.com/Reggie. Hey Rob, thank you so much for all the love and support, man. Just trying to build one day at a time. Hey man, just give me a shout this weekend, off camera, whatever. I just want to chop it up with you. Just give me a call. All right,
man. And of course, you know that. You are your brand. You really are, man.
I'm selling it, bro. Educated Hands, yo. It's not.
Blessings to you.
It's a way of life. It ain't just fighting. It's a way of life. We're trying to inspire the masses, yo. You can change your stars if you believe you can and you're willing to work for it. I'm living proof, man. And I ain't gloating. I'm at the top of the world, and I'm gonna keep working hard. I'm going right back to training today. I'm right back to work tomorrow because not a day is promised, and I'm living for His glory, not mine. So y'all definitely stay inspired.
That's right. And if you haven't seen them yet, Educated Hands, Easy E, Reggie Barnett Jr., BKFC.
Yeah, I'm about to be
That's
done.
135-pounder bar none. Let me tell you, fireworks each time. And love chatting with you, man. God bless. Bless up always, man. My best to you.
Later, Jay.
All right, man. And we will talk. We will talk this weekend.
Yeah, I'll give you a shout.